Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the month of March. This is a very big March. It's a very big month with a number of different astrological events, and I'm sure you are feeling them already. By the time you see this video, we've already begun the month with Venus in retrograde. And yes, for a lot of us, that is going to be about our relationships, about our love life. But don't forget, Venus is also about our pleasures, our desires, and even money. So there's a lot in the collective right now for each and every one of us that is really going to shift things up this month. It's also eclipse season. So we've got a lunar eclipse mid-month. We've got a partial solar eclipse at the end of the month. And then my absolute favorite part of this month is equinox towards the end of the month as well. This is the real new year. This is Mother Earth's new year. This is the astrological new year. So January 1st, people get excited for, not me. I get excited for this spring equinox. That's when I really start to set my intentions. That's when I start to look at my goals for the year ahead. That's when I start to look at rather, what am I trying to call more of into my life? So let's see what is coming up for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to pull a card for you from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle deck. This is by Kelly Smith. This is one of my favorite Oracle decks. And of course, I will post the link to find this Oracle deck as well as the others that I'll use in the extended reading down below in the description box. I call this my tough love deck because sometimes it can call us on our shit and we need to hear that every now and again. I'm starting the energy of March off for you with restlessness, okay? So restlessness tells us that it's time to get out of our head and into our hearts. I feel like there's a strong energy of overthinking, overanalyzing, and believe me when I say I understand that. I'm a Virgo sun and moon, so I do a lot of overthinking and overanalyzing myself. And when the restlessness card comes up, it is a beautiful reminder to get in and near the waters. It specifically says it's time to calm the waters of your mind. So how can you be in and around the water? Well, for starters, make sure you're drinking enough water. We are primarily made up of water. And not a lot of people fully hydrate themselves. You want to shoot for about half of your body weight in ounces. I also work as a spiritual life coach, and a lot of people come to me for weight loss, fat loss, things like that. And I'm always saying to drink half of your body weight in ounces. If you don't like water, just do what I do. I drink herbal tea, and when it gets about halfway, I fill it up with hot water again. And then when it gets halfway again, I fill it back up with hot water. So I'm really only drinking 1 or 2 tea bags a day, but I'm just drinking tea all day long. You know that you're hydrated enough when the color of your pee is pale yellow. If it's yellow or dark yellow, you need to hydrate more. You can also go near the water. So if you have a lake, a river, or a stream near you, then that can be a beautiful experience. Put your phone down, go and be in nature. Water is very healing. Water really helps with our emotions as well. I'm looking out at the water right now. Usually I have my desk over there by the wall, but I wanted to come close to the window today because it's so beautiful. It feels like spring is coming. I've got the sun shining. I've got the lake right there. So I'm looking at the water. I'm not down at the water, but it's pretty close to me. And then of course you can get in the water as well. Getting into cold water, getting into a cold lake, that is a very powerful psychic cleanser, but also getting into a pink Himalayan salt bath that can be a very strong energetic cleanser as well. Again, that helps you get out of your head and into your heart. Let's see what else is coming up for the month ahead. And for those of you who are going to be sticking around for the extended reading, we're going to be looking through this reading here on what are the primary energies for the month of March. And then because I feel like there's a lot of energies in March. We're going to be looking in the extended reading at the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle. This one is by Shannon Kaiser. And then we've also got the Shaman's Dream by Colette Baron Reed. And typically the Shaman's Dream, that's an oracle deck that I save for myself. I train in shamanism and I work as a shamanic healer outside of my coaching program. So I usually save the Shaman's Dream Oracle for days that I have class and days that I have one-on-one sessions, but I was really feeling called to bring it forward for everybody else this month as well. So I'm excited to see what's going to come up for you. Now, Sagittarius, in addition to restlessness, you're also getting the energy of old habits. So what old habits are keeping you stuck? What old habits are standing in your way? You may be creating pain for yourself by sabotaging. When old habits come up, it's typically a form of self-sabotage. So numbing out, I see this a lot where we are, numbing it with food, binge eating, emotionally eating, eating out of boredom. I also see this a lot with food, drugs, alcohol, substances, right? Also screens. A lot of people are doom scrolling right now, numbing out on the phone for hours at a time. Maybe you're watching too much Netflix. You will know what this old habit is. For everybody, it's going to be different. And you can let me know down below in the comments if you're resonating with this. Have you already started to notice? Because again, we're already into the month of March here. Have you noticed that old habits are creeping back up? Maybe, for example, you've already lost some weight, you've already changed the way that you're eating, but you're feeling the need to go back and do some binge eating, or you're eating too many sweets. I feel like for a lot of you, this is around your physicality. So maybe you've been exercising and you've been feeling good, and all of a sudden you just stopped. What is this old habit that is keeping you from moving forward, Sagittarius? Can we get some clarity on this, or a message on how the Sagittarius collective can actually move through this old habit, please? Okay, we're getting the universal bank. So everything that you need to thrive is already here. You know exactly what to do. Sagittarius, you know exactly what to do. You know exactly what this old habit is too. I know that. I'm certain of it. The universal bank card reminds us that we are all intuitive. Every single one of us. Our intuition is just like any other muscle, okay? So if you exercise it, if you practice your intuition, if you trust your intuition, then it's going to get stronger. How can you practice that? Well, when you have an intuitive nudge, like when your body says, I need more water, actually drinking more water, that is going to help you trust your intuition. When your intuition says, I think I need to do some yoga before bed, actually doing that yoga before bed is going to help you trust your intuition. It's going to show your intuition that when you receive an intuitive message, you're going to take action on that. You can also, of course, pull oracle cards, pull tarot cards, use pendulums. There's lots of different ways that we can practice our intuition, but also just like any other muscle, if you don't lose it, it will atrophy, it will go away. So when we're not trusting our intuition, or we're ignoring our intuition consciously or subconsciously, anytime we ignore the intuition, we do therefore make it weaker. So everything that you need to thrive is already here, Sagittarius. You just have to access it. Meditation can be really helpful for you in the month of March. And for some of you, I know I've heard this over and over again. Oh, Jenny, I don't know how to meditate. I struggle with meditation. I just can't shut my brain off. Well, let me tell you, you're probably meditating already, whether you realize it or not. We're meditating so often in our day-to-day life. It's not just about sitting with silence and stillness or saying om. Those things can be helpful for sure, but chances are you're probably meditating when you're driving, particularly if you are going on a drive to a place where you don't have to think about the directions. If you're going on a drive on a road, like like the back of your hand, then chances are you're going to dip into that meditative state. Sometimes people will say, oh, I get the best ideas when I'm on a long drive. Yeah, because those are intuitive messages that you're receiving from your higher self, or your spirit guides, or your spirit allies. Often walking in the woods, you're dropping into that meditative state as well. You're not on your phone, you're connected with nature, you're connected, you're grounded. When we're grounded, we can receive the most incredible intuitive insights. Often in the shower as well, the same thing. I will have people tell me, oh, I get the best ideas when I'm in the shower. That's because you're receiving intuitive guidance. Or if you take a bath without a phone, where everything is shut off, you're unplugged, you are connected with your true self, your higher self, you're going to receive intuitive messages. So there is an opportunity in the month of March, Sagittarius, for you to connect in with your own intuition. And that's going to help you through this restlessness that you're feeling. And it's also going to help you work through these old habits, these patterns of self-sabotage that are coming up for you in the month of March. What else does the Sagittarius collective need to know here for this month, please? Okay, I'm getting Heavenly Helpers. Wow, that's so perfectly aligned with the last card as well. So you do have spirit guides, you do have spirit allies that are here with you, that want to help you, that want to give you messages. Whatever challenge that you're having right now, you have spirit assistance, okay? There's divine intervention here. There's divine intervention here. It's not just you. You are not the only one involved in the manifestation of what it is that you're hoping or wishing for, or what it is that you desire. Again, Venus in retrograde, you want to connect in this month with your desires, with your passions, with whatever it is that lights you up. You are not doing this alone, though. You have heavenly helpers, you have spirit guides, you have spirit allies, and divine intervention is at play. So whatever it is that you are trying to manifest into your life, whether it's more love, more money, a better career, a different career, more clients if you're self-employed, a new home, a new business if you want to be self-employed, whatever it is that you are trying to call into your life, those old habits, they can be getting in your way, but with this information, you can stop that from happening, right? That's the whole point of these types of readings, is that you receive information, but what you do with that information is up to you. It's okay, one thing to hear like, oh, I'm going to have some self-sabotage this month. Okay, but now that you know that, you can change that. You can change the trajectory. You can change the timeline. You have free will. And whatever it is that you are trying to manifest into your life right now, you have a lot of divine guidance. You have a lot of divine support and divine intervention. So you can choose to get yourself out of those patterns of self-sabotage so that you can align more fully with what it is that you are trying to manifest into your life. Now let's get a final message for the month of March for the Sagittarius collective. Okay, you're getting karma here. So there's something here with another person where justice is being called for. And I want to remind you, Sagittarius, it is not your job to make sure that karma unfolds, okay? Karma is a universal law. It will unfold. Whatever somebody has done to you, you don't have to worry about getting back at them. Do not stoop to their level. Don't be petty, okay? Don't stoop to their level, because then karma's going to come back to you. Like the old saying goes, karma's only a bitch if we are, right? So just continue to show up as your best. Don't worry about this other person. It says you may be involved in a situation that requires justice or fairness. Okay, it is not your job to make sure that things come out fairly. It is not your job to ensure that karma plays out. Karma will always play out. What we put out there comes back to us tenfold. So your assignment here is to make sure that what you put out there is in alignment with your highest good, your greatest good, your highest path, your highest purpose, your highest timeline, so that what comes back to you is only good as well. What you put out is also going to come back to you. It's not just what the other person puts out is what's going to come back to them. This works for all of us. Again, we're already into the month, so maybe you're already feeling this energy. Maybe you're already feeling that there's someone that is just not doing it. They need karma. Justice needs to be served here. And if you're already feeling this, let me know in the comments if this is resonating. Now, you guys know how the algorithm works. If this reading is speaking to you, please let me know down below in the comments and hit that like button so that more people can see this video. If you're new here, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. And I do hope to see you over on the extended reading, where we're going to look at unshakable inner peace as well as a shaman's dream. And finally, if you're looking to book some one-on-one time with me, I open up 5 one-on-one readings every month, and you can find the link to book those down below in the description. I'll see you on the next video, Sagittarius.